Welcome back, everyone. My name is Xander Ray, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to play Call of Duty's new mode, the DMZ. This is going to be a beginner's guide tutorial to get you started in the game, so let's get right into it. See at the top, the DMZ is currently in beta, so keep that in mind. However, it is pretty fleshed out game from what I've seen so far. So right here, you can click deploy and you can go into the game right away, or you can go ahead and click this faction missions, which is going to be very important for you guys here. So go ahead and click that first. In here, you will see different missions from different factions. So the first faction is the Legion faction. Then you have the White Lotus faction, and then the Black Moose faction. So you start out with only Legion faction quests. You can select 3 quests, and then your quests will be here, or your missions will be here. And as you complete the missions, they'll turn from 0% up to 100%. And then make sure after your game ends and you complete a mission to come in here, select a new mission, and swap it out with one of the completed missions, because they don't automatically clear out. So you will go through here, and this will be the progression of the game, of the contracts and the missions that you will do for the different factions. Right here, you have the toggle squad fail on or off. I recommend playing with the squad, even if it's randoms, because you can revive each other. And once you go down, unless you have a self revive, you're pretty much screwed. So definitely recommend playing with a squad. Solos is fun if you need to do, maybe a quest or a mission that requires you to gather like these hard drives here. That's something you can do solo and then just extract right away. But I recommend you going in with a squad, because even if you need to leave early, you can extract by yourself. Now on the main screen as well, you can go to the weapons tab. Here you can see all the stuff that's equipped on your character. Again, this is similar to Tarkov in that whatever you take in, you can lose. And if you lose it, any other player could pick it up and take your stuff. So it has that hardcore element, but this is where you would set up your items for when you go into the game. So you can set up your loadout from the items that you have in your stash. So you can see here, you can have an armor carrier, a gas mask, kill streak, self revive. The armor carrier can be either 1 plate, which you see here, 2 or 3, which is a purple. So you can get those in game, and your character will have them as long as you stay alive with that character or that build. Then here you see the backpack. You start off with the small backpack, which can hold a few items here, keys, and you can upgrade to a medium backpack, which can upgrade to a large backpack, which can also hold weapons, items, etc. At the bottom you have your loadout, so you can have 2 primary weapons, essentially, a primary and a secondary. You have a tactical, lethal, and a field upgrade. I like to use the munitions box so I can get my nades and stuff back. So here's where you would pick your stuff. You can see my stash currently has 10 out of 20 items. So 20 is the max you can currently have in your stash. And then you also have this insured slot up here, which is on a cooldown whenever you use it. So if you go in with your insured weapon and you die and you lose it, then you would have to wait a certain amount of time before being able to use that weapon again. And this weapon is a custom loadout weapon, basically, that you can bring in every so often. And as you can see, there's 3 slots. So essentially you would have 3 cooldowns here, but to unlock them, you got to do quests for the factions, as you see. Going back, you have the operator tab, which is pretty straightforward, your battle pass and the store. And then if we go back to the lobby, we can go ahead and deploy. All right, let's go ahead and deploy into the DMZ. You'll get an active mission screen here where you can edit your missions one last time before you go out. As I mentioned, make sure you do that and set them up. Confirm, and then you can edit your loadout here as well one last time. So I'm going to go ahead and just select a 74U and then confirm. And if everybody's ready, you can match make. So once you spawn into the game, you're going to be put in the outskirts here. Open up the map and familiarize yourself with the legend on the right side. You see your quests or missions on the left. If you click this squad missions tab, you can see everybody in your squad's missions, which is really helpful. And here on the right, you have your legend with all the icons that you need to know. The most important one being the exfil, which is how you're going to leave the match and extract with all that valuable loot you've collected. So what you do is you go to that spot, you call in the helicopter will come down, you jump on, and if you make it out in the helicopter, then that would be a successful extract. Players can kill you while you're calling the helicopter, or AIs, or when you're on the helicopter in the air, so just be careful when extracting. Right under there, you have that green icon the cell phone icon, which is the contracts. You see them all over the map. You can grab them as long as you grab them before another team grabs them. Then right below we have the weapons case, which is a very valuable weapon that you can go grab and then you extract with it to keep it. We then have the radiation area, which some quests will have you go in there, for missions. Supply drops, strongholds, fortress, elite fortress, buy stations where you would go and sell watches or different items that you pick up and find on shelves. And you can also buy like upgrades, like plate carrier upgrades, bigger book bags, new weapons, and things like that. There's also gas stations, which if you have a vehicle, you can pull up to the gas station and refuel the gas tank. Then you have the UAV tower icon, which is a UAV that anybody can go up to and activate. Once you activate it, it'll give you a UAV in an area around that UAV tower. And as you can see here, it will mark as red for other teams. So teams will know that there is a team in that area that has activated the UAV. Right under you have the SAM site, which is sometimes part of some missions that you'll need to do. You then have the safe, which is a safe that you can open, basically drill it open, and AIs will come over and try to fight you and protect it. And once you drill it open, there's usually a weapon, some money, and some good loot in there. Then there's an ammo catch, dog tag, and the train. And the train, you can see it goes around the map. You can jump on. Good spot to be on. If you want to kind of find some players, just ride the train around the map and you'll find them. All right, so once you're in the game, you basically want to go around, do some missions. The main objective here is you want to complete your missions here, so try to do those. Collect loot, like these jumper cables, flash grenade, and you can find loot in all the buildings. Depending on the type of item, go to the place where you would logically think that item would be. But if you need hard drives, USBs, and things like that, you probably want to go to an office building and look for computers. If you need canned foods and things like that, you want to go into regular residential houses and look in the fridges. And weapons, you probably want to go to some military area and things like that. So when you're looking for certain items for missions, just make sure you go to the areas that make sense to find that item. I'm going to grab this watch, replace it for this because it's worth more. Check in the fridge, get some emergency rations, and these stack, which is nice. Battery, if I need it. As you can see, I need a bigger book bag. But this is worth more, so I'm going to keep swapping out. Another watch, which stacks up to 3. We got some imported tea, which is 500. It's worth a lot, so we'll take that. Usually a box in this room with an SPX 80. Very nice. But yeah, that's basically everything you need to know to get started in the DMZ as far as the beginner's guide. So go ahead, get in the game, start trying out different things, and make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for future videos where I will be going more in depth into DMZ and the different things that you can do. You can see there's a player. He's gone. Got his ass. Yep. And if you kill a player, you can loot their backpack. Make sure you take their dog tag. Easy.